today in this video, I'm going to be doing something a little different. I just felt like I wanted to do this. I mean, it's not for me because I already know myself, but it's for like other people that want to know me. And sorry if I sound sick. It's because I am, and I'm barely starting to get better. So enjoy. So first one up, you guys probably do know this if you watched my last video, is that I'm diabetic. I have been for 15, 16 years, and I mean, it's just like what I said in my other video. So if you want to hear more about that story, just go check out the previous video before this one, and it should explain everything or not everything, but like roughly everything that I've been through since I've had diabetes. So, I mean, yeah, go check it out. Number 2, when I was little, my parents gave me this, or not my parents, or actually, I think it was my parents, actually, that they gave me a baby blanket, and it was like a baby blue one. It's had like a little bear on the side, and pretty soon it was like completely torn. Like, literally all that was left was just the outline. Like, it was just basically a square, and I slept with that thing until I was about 13, maybe even 14 years old. I know it sounds childish, but I couldn't let it go. It's so special. I mean, honestly, if I have it around here, I'll probably show it to you guys in a different video, or if I can find it later, I will show it to you guys. But for now, just picture that, a 13, 14-year-old boy sleeping with his baby blanket. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know some people still sleep with their baby blankets, but I don't know, I can relate to some of you guys, so don't worry. I'm not hating, I did it too. I am one of those people, so yeah. The third fact is that I didn't get my license until I was 18, but the reason for that was because my parents didn't want to pay for my classes, and I really had no need because where I live, the bus comes and picks me up. And so I was just like, you know what, why am I going to go to classes when I can just wait till I'm 18, pay the fees, take my driver's test, and be done with it, and not have to pay more than what I have to. So I mean, to me it was a good idea. I didn't argue with it. I mean, yeah, I was like any other kid, I wanted to drive legally, but I mean, I still move the car around, so it's not like I was in need of having the license right away. I mean, now it benefits me more because I'm going to college. Yeah, it gets me from place to place. Number 4, I grew up playing soccer since I was a little kid. I started in elementary school. I wasn't the best by no means. I mean, there was kids that were way above my skill level, and there's some people that I've met today that they should have pursued soccer as a full-time career. I mean, they probably could have gone to the pros, or I mean, yeah, I've been playing it for basically all my life, and I probably won't stop unless I get seriously injured, and that completely ends my career. But other than that, I'll play here and there, indoor soccer, outdoor, whatever the time comes. If somebody needs my help, I'll go, I'll help them out. That's no biggie. Number 5, in my lifetime, or not in my lifetime, but I guess in my 20-year span that I've been alive, I've broken about 3 bones. Well, technically it's about 5 bones if you count these 2 that I fractured. I fractured these 2 right here in the center, and then this one I dislocated this way. I can't do it now. I dislocated it like that, so it was basically like pointing that way. So this was that way, but it was on this finger, so it was pointing that way. And then my ankle, I fractured the same ankle twice. It was my right ankle. It wasn't a big fracture. It was just like a small hairline fracture, so it wasn't that big, and I was able to get back on my feet in 2 months, like where I was able to run. There's nothing else. I mean, I've hurt like my knees and stuff, but I've never broken them. Number 6. This one is a funny one because not a lot of people know this, and it's only like people that I've told that really know this. So it's like my immediate family and maybe like 1 or 2 of my friends. Is that when I was younger, I used to like playing with fire. And my sister, she used to live in this room that I'm in, that I live in now. And she had matches. And the funny thing about it was that I turned one on, and she had a trash can where the curtains are. And I threw them in there, thinking that it was just going to put itself out. I wasn't gonna have to put water in there or anything like that to put out the fire, and the curtains started catching on fire. And we always make a joke about this within my family that I've almost burned down the house. And the funny thing about it is that I've done it twice. I could have burned down the house, and we probably wouldn't live here because I love it here. But I just find it so funny that who in their right mind, even as a child, thinks to freaking that if you put the match in the trash can, that it's just gonna turn itself off. Who does that? And I mean, it was just so funny to me that I did it twice, and my mom, she was pissed. And my sister, she was laughing, she was screaming at me, she didn't know what to do. My dad was just like, why would you do that? And I was just like, I don't know, I was a little kid. And till this day, I mean, we think back on it, and it's just funny to me. I mean, we laugh, we have a good time, but I mean, all in all, it was a serious matter, but it's whatever. I mean, I was little. What can I do about it now? Number 7 is when I was in high school, middle school, and elementary. I never got detention. I never got expelled. I've never been suspended. I've honestly never got in trouble. I mean, the only time I did get in trouble was in high school, but it was for something that I didn't do. It was like we take this test that all the students take, and they post a huge paper with all the names and the subject that you're going to take. And so under the subject, it has all the names listed for the people or for the students that have to take it. And during the school days when they put them up, so there was a lot of kids, and I just didn't want to look at it. So after school, I went because I was in this program called Upward Bound. Great program, by the way. Helped me through a lot of school. And what I did was, as I was going to the restroom, I stopped to look at it and to see if I can find my name. And apparently, during that week, somebody had written some kind of gang writing or something like that on it, and it was at the bottom, and you can literally just see my finger going up and down from the very top, and the writing is probably this big. And so the vice principal, he called me into his office. He's like, do you know what you did? And I was like, no, what did I do? And he told me, he's all like, did you write this on there? I was like, no, I didn't. And he's like, oh, well, what do you want? He showed me the video, and he's all like, well, what do you want me to think about this? And I was just like, I don't know. Does it seem like I'm writing something on the bottom? I mean, no. I was like, I'm going up and down, as you can clearly see. So, and that was probably the closest I've honestly ever been to getting detention or any kind of trouble in school. That's probably the closest thing I've been to it. Number 8, this is probably not the most important one, but I really enjoy doing this, is that fishing is one of my favorite hobbies of all time. I mean, a lot of people say they don't like the outdoors, but in my case, I enjoy the outdoors. I love camping, I love doing all that stuff, and I love fishing. Fishing is probably the best stress reliever that you can possibly have, or anybody can have, if they enjoy getting away from the city, getting away from people, from technology in general. And I mean, it's honestly, if you give it a chance, you will enjoy it. Number 9, to me, this is probably the most important one. It's a lot of people ask me why, and I don't know why it's important to me, but it's helped me through a lot growing up and even in daily life. But the thing is that, not the thing, but the fact is that Naruto from when they were kids, Naruto Shippuden, is probably my all-time favorite anime. I mean, I've watched other animes, but I don't know, I connect more with Naruto than I do any other anime that I've seen. And it's not because I prefer one, but this one, it's I watched them growing up. It has a really nice story to it, and I honestly recommend people watching it, even if they've never seen an anime or if they don't know what Naruto is, or even if it's in Japanese. You will like it. A lot of people, Number 10 is that I'm a big gamer. I usually when I was in high school, I would stay up late just so I can play online and play with my cousins, because I mean, they used to hit me up all the time saying oh, you should get Xbox Live, or you should get on the PlayStation Network. And at that time, or when I was younger, I I was a really big Microsoft fan, and I don't play it right now as much just because I have a lot going on with school. And number 11 is that I was a huge band geek. Number 12, probably a few years ago, maybe around possibly 4 years ago, I started to learn how to play the guitar. It was mostly when my cousin came from Florida. He was a really good guitarist, still is actually. He just doesn't have time for it now. Number 13. This is kind of irrelevant, but when I was a senior in high school, I was the football kicker, and what was funny about that was that my junior year, midway through the season, or like 4 games in, the kicker for the team, he tore his ACL or something like that, and one of the coaches, he was looking for a football kicker, and I was like, oh well, what's the point? They're probably just gonna replace him with one of the guys that's already on the team, so there's no biggie. And he asked my entire PE class, he's all like, does anybody know how to kick in here? And everybody's all like, David, you know how to kick. And I was just like, yeah, but I mean, what's the point? I mean, I might not even kick for them. So I figured, yeah. And so they called the coach, and they told him, they're like, yeah, David knows how to kick. And he went up to me and he's all like, do you know how to kick? And I was like, yeah, but I've never kicked a football. I'm just a soccer player that knows how to kick a soccer ball. And he told me to come the next day prepared. And he's all like, bring your cleats. We're going to kick a football and we'll see how you do. So basically that was my tryouts. I didn't try out for like the actual team like when the season started. So I didn't get to play until like the next game is when I got to play, because I needed to get my 10 practices in, and you know, it was a hassle, but I mean, I pulled through. So after that, senior year is when I started good. I started at the very beginning of the season, and I basically I got first team kicker, and I like outbeat this kid from Royal. He was a really good kicker, don't get me wrong. He probably deserved it more than I did, but the thing is, my coach trusted me more, simply because in practice I was hitting like 60, 65-yard field goals, and in the games it's a little different, but I was hitting like 40-yard field goals, and that's just like because I don't know, it's just like all the gear that you like, it's tight. And me as a soccer player, I love being free. I don't like wearing like any gear besides like my cleats and my socks and shorts and shirt and shin guards. That's it for soccer. But for football, you have your helmet, you have your pads, you have your girdle, you have the pants that are tight, and you have the shirt that's tight, so you can't really like stretch out all the way. But I mean, it was technically my second year playing, so I was kind of used to it already. I don't know. But yeah, 14. Like I think I've said it before, maybe in like a different video, but the reason why I'm going to college is simply because I want to become a sports medicine doctor. 15. When it comes time for me to get married, when I have a girlfriend or whatever, and we decide to get married, the plan that I have is to live out, like, not on a farm, but like in the open, where I have land and I have kids, and I want to have 4 of them. And the reason why that I want to live out in the open is just like because I don't want to have to deal with neighbors telling me to keep it quiet, like when I'm trying to have a party or when things get out of control. I want my kids to experience freedom, or to have that freedom, and give them a really good childhood. I don't want to spoil them, but I want them just to be free. I want to be happy. I want to live happy with my future wife, wherever you are. And this is just like another little fun fact that has really nothing to do, and it's a little gross. Saw a water bottle with what seemed to me to be orange juice, and I drank it, and oh my god, it was my pee. Alright guys, so hope you guys enjoyed that video. It took me quite a while to get all these facts together, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.